The Middle East, it feels like it's always on the brink. But right now, there's this really big question just hanging in the air. With all the tension, why are some of the world's most powerful Arab nations who are literally in the line of fire choosing not to hit back at Iran? Let's get into it.
Okay, first, let's get one thing straight. This isn't some distant theoretical conflict. It's happening right now in real time. What started out as maybe a more contained fight is now spiraling out across the whole region. We're talking missiles in the air, drones hitting their marks, and critical oil facilities actually going up in flames.
And we're not talking about some far-off places. No, these are major players. The UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar. These are countries that are feeling the heat of this conflict directly right on their doorstep.
So this is where it gets really puzzling, right? You've got some of the wealthiest, most technologically advanced countries on the planet with some seriously sophisticated militaries, and they're being directly attacked. And yet, they're holding back. What's going on?
All right, reason number one, and it's a big one, it's the doomsday scenario. The absolute fear of a catastrophic, all-out war across the entire region. I mean, if just one of these Gulf states were to launch a direct strike on Iran, this whole conflict would explode into something way, way bigger and more destructive than anything we're seeing now.
And this isn't just some vague threat. No, Iran has spelled it out, loud and clear. They've explicitly said that any retaliation will be met with direct attacks on the royal palaces and key national assets. For the leaders in these countries, this is personal. It's a direct threat to their power, their families, their very survival.
Okay, so beyond the missiles and bombs, there's another battlefield, and it's a political and religious minefield. In the Middle East, the story you tell, the narrative, is everything. And launching an attack means walking right into a perfect trap.
So here's how the trap works. The second a Gulf state hits Iran, Tehran will spin it. They'll say they're siding with the US and Israel. And the result, they'll be accused of betraying the Ummah, the entire global community of Muslims. That's a toxic label that could ignite massive public anger, and no Arab leader wants that. And yeah, you've probably heard about the Shia-Sunni religious divide, and it's definitely real. But here's the thing history has shown us. When an outside power gets involved, a lot of those internal divisions can suddenly disappear. Iran could so easily paint this as Muslims attacking Muslims, which just turns a geopolitical mess into a religious catastrophe.
So we've got the fear of all-out war. We've got the political trap. What's the third piece of this puzzle? Well, you guessed it. It's about the money. We're talking trillions of dollars. These countries have spent 50 years building these incredible economic powerhouses, and a war could wipe all of that out practically overnight.
I mean, just think about it. When you hear names like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, Riyadh, what comes to mind? Gleaming skyscrapers, global finance, energy, tourism. Their entire brand is built on this idea of stability, of calm, of being a safe place to do business. A war just shatters that image completely.
A war puts all of their economic lifelines right in the crosshairs. The oil refineries and natural gas facilities that basically power the world. The giant ports that are hubs for global trade. Critical shipping lanes like the Strait of Hormuz. An attack on those wouldn't just wreck their economies, it would send shockwaves through the entire global market.
And get this is a crazy statistic. Even without fighting back, these nations are already pouring billions of dollars into just, shooting down incoming missiles and drones. Can you even begin to imagine the cost of a full-blown offensive war? The price tag would be absolutely ruinous.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the doomsday scenario, the political trap, the economic disaster, you start to see what's really going on here. This isn't weakness. This isn't inaction. It's a very deliberate, very calculated strategy. It's like they're walking this incredibly dangerous tightrope, where holding back is actually their most powerful move.
I mean, this is the core of their dilemma. On one hand, they're tight with the United States. They host American military bases, they rely on those security guarantees. But on the other hand, they are absolutely terrified of being seen as a proxy, of just being a pawn in someone else's war, and being the ones to pay the ultimate price.
So this brings us to the key concept here. It's called strategic restraint. And this is so important. It's not weakness. It's not fear. It's a conscious, calculated choice to cool things down, to de-escalate, because that's the best way to protect their people, their economies, and frankly, their very existence. It is a sign of careful calculation, not a lack of strength.
And all of this leaves us with this really provocative final thought, doesn't it? For these nations, caught between huge global powers and powerful regional rivals, facing all these threats at once, is choosing not to act the strongest action they can possibly take? In a region that's constantly on a knife's edge, maybe, just maybe, the most powerful weapon is silence.